Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of my garage. I'm here recording this episode immediately after the pink Mercedes episode, and I've brought the lad over, pulled its hood off. Its hood's sitting over there, and today, as promised, we're going to put something in this giant gaping hole here. It's not going to be anything overly impressive, but it is going to be something. We've got only about 8 grand that I'd be comfortable spending fixing up this car, somewhere around that. I don't think it's actually going to take that much. Where's the bolts for the radiator? I think they're inside. They are. There we are. Get that drop to the side. I think I will replace this front panel, but before I do that I'll double check that I can't repair it, because obviously parts bolt onto it. No, I can't repair it. If memory serves me, I believe you cut it off. Yeah, it appears so. So one there, one there. My head through here and try and do the same on this side. That should now all just fall off. This will be scrap. Everything here is all twisted and buckled out of shape, so that will just be thrown away. As with that radiator, and I don't know if these are good or not, so I'm just going to replace them. And now that I've got all that opened, I'll double check that these both these front wheel wells are fine. They look it, so that's fine with me. So let's start off by getting a new front panel. It's not the Wolf we're working on anymore. It is now the Lad, and it will be an inline 4. But straight into body. I need a new front panel. Ooh, front panel 1 does look nicer. I think I'll go for it. And grill 1. So I'll keep this part for now. Next time we get a Lad in that doesn't have a front panel, we have one there. Move the grill out of the way just now. But I've got pink, so that's the colour that this front panel is going. Just a cheap and dirty paint job on this. Not gonna lacquer it or anything. Just leave that under the table there. Yeah, that kind of ties in line with the car. There's a big gap there. Really big gap. Now let's pick this up, poke our head through the car. Hopefully we've got enough of this electrode to do all 4 of these. There we are. Front panel replaced. We'll put the grill on a little bit later, but that's looking it's looking like something. I would go over this with a body filler to bring that gap in, but the wing's got small holes in it, so I don't think I'm fixing that with body filler. Let's get this. I'll bring it outside, I suppose. We'll put it up here with the hood, which we'll go back on later on. But let's start building an engine. Now we don't have an engine stand here, unfortunately, so I am going to be building this on the ground. So with that being said, let me grab the full toolbox, and I'll set it right there. And let's have a look at engines. I don't know if I have a gas tank. Well, I'll check that later. But let's find the block. There is the 1.5 block. I did have a mod installed before, which I don't think I have it anymore. They give me different sized inline 4 engines, but 1.5 block, and I want the high performance parts to go in it. So let's first of all turn the engine semi upside down and start putting together this engine. It's easy enough to do, it's just a little bit footery. Floating pistons. Also can't help but notice there's one missing. I'm sure I bought 4. Must not have. Unless it's attached to the engine, that sometimes happens as well. There we are. And the next thing we'll need is, of course, an oil pan, which is in here somewhere. We need an oil filter, oil pan. We don't necessarily have to build this engine completely on the ground like I am. Once we get this bottom part put together, we can throw it in the car as is. Which you will need a clutch and a flywheel and things like that. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll stick a clutch kit on it, chuck it in the car, and I might even bring the car over a little bit. And we'll work on that, but I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. Okay, there is the engine now actually positioned in the car. It looks a little bit tiny, a little bit sorry for itself, but that's okay. There's still plenty of things to add to it. The next thing we are going to need is a head gasket. Very, very important component. And then a cylinder head. We're going to need a crankshaft as well. Some spark plugs, naturally. Oh, we could have put the 1.8. There, it's there. That's okay, we'll stick with the 1.5 for now. We can upgrade it later. Starter motor, we can put that in just now. Timing chain can go on soon as well. And one cylinder head. Let's dig our way through all these parts and find the head gasket. Cylinder head on. We're going to need the spanner to tighten this one up. It's just a series of bolts across the top of the engine here. Doesn't matter what order you do them, as long as you do them all. Get a crankshaft in, or the camshaft should I say. Crankshaft is already in. There we go, almost looks like an engine now. Let's grab the timing chain. And then the starter motor. Quite an important component, this one. There we are. And the spark plugs can wait for now, they'll go in a little while. But I'll crack on with this and I'll see you guys when I have a bit of an engine built. And what I'll do is I'll maybe do a bit of a time lapse, maybe just cut it out. It depends how jumpy it is through the editing process. But either way, when I come back to you guys, we'll have an engine. Okay, we have an engine. It should be everything done to it. I'm at this point not sure if that was a time lapse or if I just cut that section out where I built the rest of the engine. But in case I did cut it out, I've put a turbo on it, I've put a high performance intake on it. There was a bit of clipping, don't worry about that, it does all still work. Got the radiator in, got all the fluids in, did put fuel in it. We have a little bit of coolant and a jerry can that I've just thrown in the boot here. Hopefully they stay in the boot. But I think we're ready to jump in and turn the key for the first time. Although we don't have a key, which is a little bit inconvenient. So we've still got that to do. Let's grab a steering column and we'll just buy the basic steering wheel as well. Now, I personally like to join the two of these together before they go in the car because I find it a little bit easier to squish my face into the steering wheel before they're in the car. We'll get that put into place and these bolt in down here. Just like so. Come on, there it is. I also put a gear stick in. We've got a cluster in and I put a digital speedo in. The dash hasn't been changed. We're missing a door card. All sorts of not working things, but we should be able to now. As you can see, the dashboard lights up. So let's jump in. And just like that, we have a running, breathing car. That turbo sound. So let's take the handbrake off and put it into first. The brakes work. It's our first time actually driving a car in this series. So this building here, if you're playing vanilla, you want to have this building here. Let's leave the car running. This building is the mod warehouse. So any mods that I have installed that are parts or anything like that will appear in here. I don't think I have any. There's no tires, there's nothing on the shelves. But any mods that I do install in the future, we'll be able to buy them here. Wheels, tires go up here and things like that. It's very cool. Quite a curb to get over though. But we've got about half a tank of fuel. So let's go and fill the tank. This is another area to point out. There's a couple of ramps at the back of this house here. And there's all sorts of chests and things for you to find. This game has things just dotted around the map for you to come across. But let's enjoy the sound of this engine on the way to the gas station. cool if I could make it over that curb, but unfortunately I can't. There we are, let's switch it off. And the gas tank on this car is just back here. So we'll drop that down there and just fill the tank. Shouldn't take too terribly much. $20 litres, that's not bad. Let's also, while we're here, try and get this open, and we'll get this jerry can filled up as well. Which takes about 18 litres, give or take. We'll get that thrown back in the car there. Get our gas cap back on. But it's good to have a functioning car. I did put the grille on. Obviously I didn't put the hood on before we came out, but that's absolutely fine. It's not the easiest starting. It does do donuts, and that is the main thing. It is a little loud, but I don't mind that too much. Beached it. There we go. But the reason I so badly wanted to get a car built is for this right here. This is Rally 1. Let's do a rally in our scrapyard rebuild car. Does help to have it in gear. There we go, we beat the time set. So let's reverse our way back up here. hilarious. So when you do a rally, you always get the same amount of money. That's a look. You get £1,500 and you pick that up and then consume it, and then you get a trophy. So yeah, we now have a trophy, which is absolutely awesome news. But that is unfortunately where I'm going to end this episode here for today, guys, with our a very dirty turbo 1.5 inline 4 shed of a car. But it's just earned us 1,500 quid, so this car will still pay for itself even though we are keeping it. And you can let me know in the comments if you want to see me actually restore this up and maybe modify it a bit more, lower the suspension or put different wheels on it or anything like that. You can let me know that in the comments. But if you have enjoyed this one, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe. You can also ring that bell notification, that way you get notified next time I post a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you all very kindly for watching, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.